Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day, and today is Thursday the 9th, and today was a stunningly beautiful day out. Weather-wise, started off a little chilly, ended up warming up, got kind of warm there for a while. I was out doing some work down at the farm, went down there and brought in a bunch of concrete blocks that my grandfather had made over the years. Every time he would have a project, he would either order some concrete to be delivered, whether it be for a chimney or whether it be for foundation of a building or whatever it's going to be, some pillars and stuff. It'd always be leftover concrete because the company who brings the concrete, let's say you order 1.5 tons, they're going to bring you, at least 1 3/4, something like that, because they're not going to want to run short, have to make a whole other trip back out, your concrete sets up, all that good stuff. So a lot of times what guys would do is just dump them off in a corner of a field or drop them off into like the side of the road, something like that. Just kind of just dump them out as they go back. They'll find different spots to dump them. He would always throw together a handful of 2x4s and make, real quick, just nail them together and make little 4 foot by 4 foot concrete chunks that he could use to set stock tanks on or make sidewalks out of or any kind of stuff with it. And he had a handful of them. He'd never got around to use them. He moved them from his old farmhouse down to my dad's place, and then from there they were just sitting there, hadn't really to hang with. And I'm trying to fill in my driveway off here to the side, so I went ahead and basically said, hey, if we're gonna get the tractor running and stuff, how about we load them up on the trailer and go from there. So the two of us went down there today, loaded them all up. There ended up being 7 giant concrete chunks of sidewalk pieces that are nice and thick. The very first one, he's trying to get it off there, trying to get it moved over. It cracked a big corner out of it. I have no idea. It must have been a faulty spot or something. And the first couple, we had a hard time getting loaded up, and then we kind of figured out a routine. As I was taking the big pry bars and pushing them over, I'd jam underneath it and stand on it, get the next piece over and kind of move it out into place. He could pull the tractor up. I could then push them up on, stand up on their end and flop them into the bucket. He would then take the bucket, drop them on the trailer, and while he was dumping them on the trailer, I would get the next one over and ready for him, and we kind of just really ran back and forth there really super fast. So luckily it didn't make a lot of work for my grandfather. He was able to kind of set up on the tractor most of that part of the day and loading the bricks up on the trailer. Now I've got them on my trailer. I've got to unload tomorrow. Not really looking forward to that myself. Not sure how I'm going to do it just quite yet. I might cheat a little bit, maybe use the lawnmower to help pull some off or something. Don't really know what I'm doing. I've got the crowbars, the giant 7-foot long pry bars that I brought with me to help kind of push them off the side of the trailer and into the location where I want them, but we'll figure it out. I'm not sure if I'm going to bring the tractor in town to use that to kind of help push things around and line it up where I want it, or if I'm going to go ahead and say heck with it and rent myself a little backhoe or a little skid steer or something like that to kind of help move things around and level things out. So I've got access to a couple of things. I've got to decide which is worth the money of actually investing and go ahead and renting like a skid steer or a backhoe, or if I want to take the extra hassle and time of doing the tractor work. It's going to take me a lot longer in the process of doing it with the tractor, but other than that, it's just, I don't know, it's one of those things that's going to work for me, I hope. So I'll look at it. The tractor brakes are a little on the weak side, so I'm not really sure how much I want to be backing back down to the corners right by the edge of my creek and that kind of deal. Might be worth the hassle factor, not worry about risking injury to myself, and stay the hell with it and go rent the skid steer and spend a couple $100 and use it for the day. So other than that, got a bunch of things done for him, kind of moved around. Found some wheel weights he thought he'd lost, thought they were actually stolen. Found those out there, got them all packed up to the barn there to sell at the auction. Found a bunch of his fence posts and stuff. We got them all counted out. He's got a guy that wants to buy those in a stock tank, and we're going to go ahead and sell those off. We want to know how many was there so we could tell him a price. We got that figured all out. Ended up spending a good, probably 4 hours, maybe 5 hours down there working. It's amazing how much work it really turned out to be moving those stupid chunks of concrete around. Had we not had a tractor going, I probably would have gave up on them and not even tried to get them on the trailer. It would have been way too much work. But with the tractor, it made it fairly quick and fairly simple work. Thinking about possibly buying the tractor myself. I don't really know what I'd do with it all the time. I wouldn't mind restoring it. My grandfather's owned it for 41 years. I'm going on 38. I'm 37 years old now. I'll be 38 in December. So it's one of those things that's been around before I was. And it's kind of one of those deals I wouldn't mind having a tractor. It's been in the family that long to kind of restore. My cousin redid a couple tractors over there at their place. His dad, my uncle, them, and his uncle, or his dad, my uncle, and then his dad's brother both restored a couple old tractors and that. And another brother's talking about restoring one of my other grandfather, my mom's father's tractors for that. And I asked him if I could be involved and help out with that too, although it's not running at all right now. I just kind of wanted to have a hand in it, helping out, to kind of tie it back. I didn't really get to know that grandfather very much. And I asked, kind of hinted towards my grandfather on this one. I'm like, hey, if I pay for everything, and can you do it in your garage and with your assistance? Because he's definitely more of a tractor guy than I am. And I could do all the body work and stuff while he does more of the mechanical side of it. and go from there. And he keeps talking like he's not interested in it, but I'm going to hit him up again and kind of see if he might change his mind if I'm picking up make sure you realize the fact that I'm picking up the bill for everything. It would be cleaning supplies, all the way to paint, all the way through, whatever it's going to take. So, and if there's a part of the project he doesn't feel like doing, we can haul it off to an actual tractor mechanic, let them do the hassle factor and go from there. So, I don't know. I'll look it over. I just got to decide if I want to drop $1,000 on a stupid tractor that I probably won't use but 10 times in my life, or if it's better off just to go rent, skid steer every time and spend a couple $100 and not have the hassle factor and have a much better access to the items I need that's going to work a lot better at the process. So, other than that, don't really know much going on today. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.